God damn. Apparently there's actually more resource panels than pallets left. I thought there was only like 3 left. But no, there was actually a lot more. If I'd known that, I would have actually probably been able to do this substantially easier. Because, you know, yeah, I could have got more troops, you know? But anyway, sorry about how long that took, folks. But I got all the achievements, so I'm happy. Like, seriously, that says 100 and, sorry, an hour 10. But it probably took an hour 20. So 8 days? Christ. 4 episodes, 8 days. I kind of feel bad about, you know, playing this game with my playstyle and releasing an episode every second day. I really need to get back to my old style of every day. But I'm gonna take a while to restructure my, to shift back into that. I've been meaning to do it at the start of new year, but with the way I've still videos set up in the old way into next year.
Amon's hybrid facility lies in ruin. His hybrid armies shattered, and yet, for the briefest of moments, we lingered on the cusp of ruin. We endured because of the actions of one brave Templar. In the midst of darkness, I have seen a light. I have seen defiant hope. Carax of the Kalai, you were born a craftsman from a caste of engineers. But now, you stand as a warrior. Today, it is clear that the age of castes has come to its end. Today, we must all become Templar. Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.
Well, that's cool. And certainly it would be used if their engineers could actually be trained to defend themselves. Like, remember with the Dark Templar, they're saying they could. They're like their engineer face mitts are as good as any, you know, if they're any Protoss warrior. Certainly a handy thing.
Indecision is weakness. Do not examine. Act.
Okay.
Such hubris. To think that they could control what they did not understand. Oh, it's always hubris with the Terrans. Get too close to a black hole, and it will crush you. We once thought the same of the Tal'darim, Alarak. We believed you mindless and obedient slaves. And we thought you were weak, impure, and unworthy. And yet now we stand together. Perhaps we acted too rashly with Mobius Core. There may have been a different way. Oh, Templar, is there ever a moment when your people do not doubt themselves? No, Artanis. Extermination was the only course. The hybrid leave nothing to save.
Yeah, for once I think he's right. Remember what they were saying before about, like Zeratul was saying before, that, about the Terrans, that they're like mind slaves or something. Maybe there was a way to save them, but I don't know.
Our scouts are reporting the Dominion is attempting to fight back the Golden Armada. Despite their efforts, multiple systems have fallen.
They might, who knows what mental state they'll be in afterwards. They might still be hostile to everyone. Just, kind of losing their shit kind of thing. And in a way, it's, still, they still, basically, like, either way, I'm imagining, probably would end up dying either way, like.
Tactical layout. I want to be sure I'm seeing all the angles.
It would be my pleasure, Matriarch.
They're getting along, that's good. But yeah, basically, they very gently could end up dying either way, or just Frank on doing the whole mind slaving thing, they just like slump over dead or explode. Who knows exactly how the hybrid do it.
May those Terrans find peace in death. Karax did well. I think he will make a fine Templar. May those Terrans find peace in death.
It is actually kind of unnerving just to see these moving past, because they're intimidating as hell. It does explain what we were seeing on that loading screen. I thought these were like weird stalkers, but these are actually Cyclops. That's Cyclops Colossi.
Rohana.
I can see it, Artanis. The truth Amon wishes to hide. While his brethren, the Xel'naga, slumbered through the millennia, Amon and his followers descended upon Ire.
And he uplifted our people. They ruled over us as teachers, as gods.
He changed us, manipulated our essence. But we grew beyond his control. He and his followers fled to Xeris to create the Zerg. The hybrid are the culmination of his efforts. False Xel'naga, created in his image. We must...
Rohana, this is too dangerous. You cannot go on like this.
I must, Hierarch. It is my duty to know the truth, to bear it. I know now. This is my purpose.
Yeah, I can see that turning out badly. I can see her being connected to Kikala turning out badly, but that especially.
They await your preference.
Okay.
The Tal'darim Wrathwalker robotics are now online, Hierarch.
Okay. They can walk up and down cliffs, attack single units for heavy damage. They have bonus damage to structures, and can attack air and ground. Reactivated by the Tal'darim, these colossi have had their thermal lances replaced with charged pulse blasters that decimate priority targets. And that they can attack while moving. I'm gonna go with the Purifier Colossi. Okay. So, having miniaturized the Spirivadoon's reconstruction beam, Carax has upgraded our carriers with drones that compare other machines within their vicinity. These improvements greatly enhance the longevity of our ships. Heals nearby friendly mechanical units, and interceptors can attack air and ground units.
Valor is eternal. Valor is eternal.
Valor isn't earned? Okay. The Tempest's volatile weaponry has always endangered its pilots. Carax has integrated our Tempest into the Purifier data web, allowing them to be flown remotely. They can now be outfitted with advanced disintegration at no risk to their pilots. Deals heavy damage from long range, and disintegration deals damage over time. 500 damage over 20 seconds to target unit or structure, and a 90-second cooldown. Let's go with this, just for the repair drone.
The deeds of a Templar suit you, Carax.
For the entirety of my life, I have given myself to the art of creation. My war has been one of design, a battle against obstacles that hinder optimization. I am a face smith, and will always be my first calling. But as times change, those who were not born true Templar can become so through their deeds.
Then ready yourself, Templar. You will be needed.
Let's see.
I'm not certain much more progress can be made without a significant source of void energy, Hierarch.
Oh, I suppose we could always pop back to the other place.
My research grows more fruitless by the hour. I am sorry, Hierarch, but progress is slow. Trying to decipher the keystone is almost maddening. Without finding at least a single piece of common ground, one could create unique and yet valid results forever.
That sucks.
My research grows more...
Hierarch, the Purifiers are impressed with your leadership. They clamor to strike at the heart of Amon. Friend Phoenix, they are impressed equally with yours. Yes, they have chosen to follow my command. Leadership is new for me, as is everything else. I had
had not intended to become Hierarch. I questioned the decision. There had to be someone more worthy. Do not fall into the same mental traps I did, my friend. The Purifiers follow you for a reason, as the Dalam now follow me. Self-doubt will only cloud your decision-making.
You speak truth, Hierarch. You speak as a leader.
Okay, let's see if I can get a nice here. Ooh, I can now get the Purifier Beam. The Spear of Doom now fires a controllable beam at the surface, doing 750 damage, 1,500 versus armored, to enemy units and structures over 15 seconds. It automatically cores targets if not manually controlled. It can freeze all enemy units and structures in time for 20 seconds, or so it can bombard an area, solar bombardment, for 15 seconds, firing 200 random shots that deal 15 area damage each, 30 versus armored. That is awesome! I'm really liking this, as I'm sure you can tell. That seems useful. I actually do like it. It's probably more useful than the normal Matrix overload. But it's just the unit will still be there and low health. So I suppose they will survive for a bit longer. Maybe the enemies will die or whatever in the meantime, so they'll be safe. Who knows? Ooh, unallocated stuff. Let's stick it all back into this. Okay, let's talk to him.
I have faith in Karax. Through him, I see that Templar are defined by their deeds, not their caste. This victory belongs to Karax.
For someone first time leading, yeah, I guess he did pretty well.
One by one. I have faith in Karax. Revanskar has fallen, and through its death, the Templar have been born anew. But the matter of the Tal'darim still concerns me. Siding with Alarak is indeed a risk. Tassadar, old friend, what would you do? Zeratul, would you have me take such a chance? The answer matters little. If this alliance can weaken Amon's armies, then it is a chance that must be taken.
I just actually need to hear that once more, because I'm curious. Did he mention Tassadar, or who did he mention? I just wanted to hear it out. Just hear that one line. Yeah, Tassadar. Well, it does matter what they would do, because maybe you can make such an option yourself. So it does matter.
It is an armada.
Behold the Death Fleet under Amon's command, poised on laying waste to all life in the sector.
Well, that's fantastic.
We had best act swiftly.
Rakshir. Usurpation by ritual combat cannot be rushed. Its rites demand careful preparations if they are to be accepted.
We are in orbit above a hostile world with an imposing fleet, and you speak of preparation?
Couldn't you have done that earlier?
Depose Malash, the ruler of an entire people, and bring them under my thrall.
There's like a fog around the middle.
And in return, I will remove the Tal'darim from this conflict. That was our bargain. To do this, the ritual must be carried out as tradition demands.
This bargain grows less appealing by the moment.
I wonder what exactly is part of the ritual. Like a sacrifice, normal Protoss or something.
If all of Alarak's people are as grim as he is, this will be quite an interesting alliance. I will make the Tal'darim our allies, not Amon's. I hope no one gets into the Terrazine while we're on Slain. It is such a difficult habit to break.
Speaks as if it's like from experience, or maybe it's just not general knowledge.
I hope no one gets into the Terrazine while we're on Slain. It is such a difficult habit to break.
I wonder if they'll actually bring up, you know, Terrans stealing the Terrazine. Because, you know, remember, ghost guys, the specters, they use it.
I wish to know more about this Rakshir, your ritual combat.
To understand Rakshir, you must first understand the sacred chain of ascension that ultimately links to Amon. Each of us is shackled to his will, and to the will of he who is in the link above. And yet, there is a way to ascend. By blade and blood, any Tal'darim can usurp the position of the one above his station. It is through this ritual that Amon's ascendants are assured to be the most capable to carry out his will.
Then Malash is the most powerful of your people?
He is considered so, but he has yet to face me.
I wonder if we'll control Alrak for the mission. Presumably, it'll make the most sense.
The Golden Armada has devastated the sector, Artanis. I know we cannot engage them directly, but this must not continue.
Honestly, the best option I could see is... If only the, I know Dark Templar had some detection and, like, ranged weapons. I was thinking, you know, just send them in, like, you know, get them in, like, via cloak ship or something, onto the Golden Armada stuff, and gradually, bit by bit, cutting the nerve tentacles off people. You know, you can stop the Golden Armada that way. But of course, there's more than just zealots roaming around. There'll be zealots, stalkers, dragoons, colossi, immortals. That's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be kind of awkward to deal with.
Many of the Tal'darim still hate us. I must keep my people safe.
To be honest, I don't even know why the Tal'darim hate you. They were during the time of strife. I guess they fucked off as well as the Dark Templar afterwards.
Of all the planets in the galaxy, they chose Slain for their homeworld.
Kind of fits. They like to slay people. It's got slay in the name. It fits.
Whatever shall we do with this Malarak? He is quite unpleasant.
Well, we're about to make him king of his world, so that'll get rid of him, hopefully.
Of all the planets in the galaxy,
There are things I understand about the Tal'darim. Their zeal, their desire to appease their god. What I cannot understand is why Amon would cast aside his loyal allies so easily. Why he would betray their sacred trust and treat them as fodder.
I have felt his grand ambitions, Artanis. The dark truth is, Amon wishes no allies, aside from his hybrid. He believes he's ending a cycle of violence, but he only brings about an eternity of abomination.
Huh. Interesting.
Solar output is stable, Hierarch. What possible source of void energy is emanating from Slain? Hybrid? I shudder to think what lurks below.
Explains why they settled on Slain then. If there's void associated with Amon, and if there's a ton of void energy there.
The keystone is resonating to void energies below. We should investigate this further, Hierarch. The keystone is resonating. I've been analyzing the Tal'darim's war machines. Their technology is cloned from Kalai designs. Aside from the construction materials, there is little deviation. How is this feat possible? There have always been legends of vessels that set out into the cosmos and never returned. Of attack forces gone missing. I have heard these stories. Whispers of angry spirits of our past that strike when you are most vulnerable. Imagine if all this time we have been fighting an unknown war against the Tal'darim. It would explain a great deal. How sad. They are thieves, never knowing the joys of their own invention. How despicable.
That is actually rather interesting. Though they were saying, like, the Tal'darim Sentinels are violently reprogrammed. That... How can you violently reprogram something? keep bashing it with a rock until it works differently. Sorry about that. Just needed to take a drink. Somehow